Powerful People, Encyclopedia Galactica presents biographies of notable people in the galaxy. This week, Denton Patreus. He was accused of assassinating Emperor Hengist. He accused Kahina Loren of attempting to assassinate him. By some accounts, he directly ordered the assassination of Kahina Loren. He executed the leader of Nova Imperium in the Senate House and watched while countless other senators were executed where they sat. He destroyed the Emperor's Dawn movement, and he has bombed into submission countless worlds. But is there a softer side to Admiral of the Fleet, Senator Denton Patreus? Well, yes. On numerous occasions in March and April 3301 he was seen waggling his senatorial stick as the then 48-year-old walked out with 25-year-old granddaughter of the then Emperor Hengist Duval, one Aisling Duval. They were seen together guzzling bottles of Chateau d'Agion, fashion shopping in Fassis, and apparently dazzling senators with their sharp moves on the dance floor at the dinner to defeat dementia. For a while, the senator seemed almost human, despite sending wave after wave of ships to defeat insurrection, cause trouble for the Federation, or simply to punish tax defaulters. Of course, the Emperor had denounced his son and Aisling's father, Harold the Mad, as a little idiot who was utterly bonkers and unable to find his bottom with both hands, making Princess Aisling effectively the first in line to the throne. But it seems unlikely that Senator Petraeus had this in mind. He was simply bowled over by her youthful charm, her striking blue hair, and her prismatic points of interest. Old Emperor Hengist was very ill, of course, but he refused to die, clutching on to life irritatingly well. When Senator Arissa Lavigny announced that she was the illegitimate daughter of Emperor Hengist and widowed noblewoman Florence Lavigny, her husband Princess Aristide de Lavigny having been eaten by a pet Ling-Lang in an unfortunate domestic accident, and when Emperor Hengist announced that he would marry Florence Lavigny to legitimise the arrangement, no one could have been more delighted than Senator Denton Patreus, who can in no way have suddenly felt he was backing the wrong horse. After the Emperor once more failed to die, and after Patreus had made an impassioned speech urging everyone to help the Emperor get well soon, the day of the wedding arrived. Imagine Patreus' shock and surprise when a member of his own entourage, Brendan Paul Darius, stabbed the Emperor, leading to an imperial vacancy shortly afterwards and, crucially, before the wedding. Perhaps there was still hope for Aisling. Sadly, no. A groundswell of support for the Emperor's chosen successor and suspicion of Patreus's role in the assassination meant that Patreus had to do some awkward equine acrobatics midstream, with Florence Lavigny and Zemina Torval backing Princess Arissa for the succession and offering Patreus a safe way out if he did the same. It wasn't long before Patreus found himself accusing his ex-lover, Princess Aisling, of involvement with the revolutionary Emperor's Dawn movement, simultaneously launching a bloody battle to eliminate that movement and declaring publicly his support for Princess Arissa. That was in September 3301, less than a month before Arissa was declared Emperor. By early 3302, Emperor's Dawn had been defeated, and Emperor Arissa recognised Senator Patreus's loyalty by making him Admiral of the Fleet. It was Admiral Petraeus who cancelled the London Treaty and resumed the arms race with the Federation. It was Petraeus who sent an Imperial task force to intercept the Federal move into the barnacle-rich Pleiades. It was Petraeus who was very nearly murdered by a holovid crew using a laser cannon disguised as a camera, who were allegedly members of the now-defunct Emperor's Dawn, and who were, again allegedly, being bankrolled by Senator Kahina Loren, also known as Salome. and it was Petraeus who arranged Loren's show trial and had her transported to a prison colony, naked and chained to a bare metal bulkhead in what made for a rather kinky and slightly misogynistic scene in the scribbling senator's biography of Loren. In response to his shabby treatment of the clearly innocent Salome, her faction, the Children of Raxla, managed to rout Admiral Petraeus' flagship, the Imperial Freedom, in Iotienses in November 3302. After having built all these capital ships, it was Admiral Petraeus who discovered that they were essentially useless against the Thargoids, who in late 3303 had started objecting to the exploitation of their meta-alloy supply by both Federation and Empire. Petraeus backed Aegis Research, a joint initiative to use small ships, piloted by Pilots Federation commanders, to drive the Thargoids back to wherever it was they came from. In November 3304, Admiral Petraeus found himself back in the limelight when Duke Kaiso Mordanticus, the self-styled Imperator, led an uprising against the Emperor. It was Petraeus and his fleet, together with a substantial number of freelance commanders, who put down the rebellion, arrested Mordanticus, and in front of a full session of the Senate and with the Emperor by his side, drew his personal sidearm and executed Mordanticus at close range. The Imperial Guard, acting on Petraeus' orders, then executed all known and suspected sympathizers and supporters of Nova Imperium. The Senate House ran with blood. So yes, there is a softer side to Senator Denton Patreus, but he likes to keep it hidden. Tune in next week for another of the galaxy's powerful people.